everybody. Welcome to Xavia Fox Talks. And your host again, Xavia Fox. Today I'm here with Sherwood Grant, and he's about to torture me just like that Irish girl does. And we are about to get some lessons from Simple and Good Fitness. I think he's really going to put me to work today. He told me to come dressed, prepared to work. So, I guess I am. We'll see what he has in store. I don't know how simple this is really going to be, because if you guys know Sherwood, you know there's really nothing simple about him. And maybe even the good is debatable. But he mentioned something about taking my body fat measurements, but I told him we're not doing any of that on camera, okay? You won't see any of that. But let's get started with Sherwood. Okay, so I'm back again, and we just did the body fat measurement. Now, years ago, when I had my body fat done, and I was 12% then, just want to throw that in there. I am not 12% anymore, but I still look good. Anyway, years ago, they did this little thing. They put this little, you know, they pinched up some stuff and all that kind of stuff. He had me hold this little machine. I think the machine is wrong, but anyway. Sherwood here says he's going to fix all of that. So he's going to make that machine say what it's supposed to say for me. And I'm going to put on 3 more pounds of muscle, which is going to be cool. You know, that won't take long at all, being the mesomorph I am. We develop muscle really quick. Yeah, mesomorph. There's different body types. You got the mesomorph, the ecto something or other, and there's another that starts with an M. What is that?
Well, don't have you start lying right off the top.
Don't make me start lying right off the top of the show. Well, okay. Well, tell us what you can tell us the truth about me.
Right. Well, the truth is, the machine is correct. That's about the closest we go get. And a lot of times, a lot of people sometimes, when we take those body fat measurements, a lot of people sometimes are not really understanding that the body is divided into different entities for the most part. We have lean muscle mass and we have fat mass. And even though our bodies need fat, and of course women should have a lot more fat than men, there needs to be a balance between the two. So for women, their body fat percentage should be 28 and below. When you start getting the teens for women, then you're more so in athletic. For men, it should be 20 and under, you know, and when you start getting closer to 10%, 11%, 12%, then that's when they're really in an athletic position.
Now I hear that men can go down to 3% and women can go down to 12%.
Well, you know what? I think if you are in that competitions for things like that, it can definitely possibly take place. But those are very, very dangerous levels. And even then, most people only are there for that particular competition, for that moment. But this is very dangerous level. So your body is mostly needs fat. Your brain is fatty tissue. Your organs are fatty tissue. So it's important to have that. But then I think why I was making mention of this is because a lot of times people come in and they are more concerned about weight. And it's not really about weight. It's about your body fat measurement in comparison to your mass. So a person that's 200 pounds, if they are 40% body fat compared to a person 200 pounds and 20% body fat. Same person, same height, same bone construction, but that's a big difference in that person and their build and what they look like because of those. 40% body fat means they're carrying somewhere around like at 200 pounds, 40% body fat. That means they're carrying like 80 pounds of fat compared to 40 pounds of fat. You know, so we're talking about totally different people. So with that in mind, that's why we did body fat measurement, so we can have some long-term goals. And we already talked about our long-term goal. And then we also want to be able to establish too where our lean mass is at, because I find that a lot of people do not have enough lean mass to support the bones. So you need, as you get older, you want that lean mass because your bones are either going to start to get softer, and you start to bend over, you start to curve in a lot of parts of the bones, or they get brittle. Exactly. So the way to be able to have that good erected position, you need muscle. And you need the muscles to be strong enough to support the bones. And so that's why it's important that you continue to have muscle. And the muscle mass also causes the body fat or your body metabolism to be a lot quicker.
Right.
So we already got that out the way. We already have in mind what our goals are. So generally, what we're going to do before we get started is I'm going to, evaluate you and see where you're at, see what your imbalances are, see what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. So we want to get you warmed up, and the bike is probably one of the best equipment to utilize. That's usually, for most people, is one of the ones that they do not like, and I guess that's because it's probably one of the best things to utilize. I, myself, personally steer away from a lot of electronic type of equipment because it's not realistic. A bicycle is the closest thing to a natural form of movement. I think that was a great creation of man. But the treadmill, especially not the elliptical, I will go on camera saying this because I hear a lot of people.
I love the elliptical.
That's what I was about to say. A lot of people say they love
because
it.
it tighten your booty up at the same time.
Unfortunately, the problem with it is that it's bad on the knees and bad on your hips because you do not move naturally with it. So it kind of throws, I get a lot of people that have hip and knee issues and they wonder why, and I can automatically tell them, oh, you do elliptical all the time. Because you don't go around life like this. And so you like this, and this is all you do. You're on elliptical, and then you get off. Guess what? People be wondering why they got all these twisted up walls, because that's what they do. And let's even say, even when you use the treadmill, the treadmill can be a good unit if used properly, but it can be very much overused. And so now I have to, remind people, hey, when you get on a treadmill, don't jack up the incline and hold on. Who walks down the street with their arms all up and,
So what about the stairs?
Well, I like the stairs. That's a natural movement too. But then you have the people that lean on the stairs and they be like, leaning on it.
It's like hard to keep going.
Right. So the whole objective is
you just drip sweat. Hold on.
Right.
Keep going.
So, but the whole objective is that you want to have a bunch of natural movements, things that you can physically use in life. A bike is a physical means of transportation. Walking up a mountain, walking upstairs is definitely a natural thing. But because you're in one place and all you're doing is really jumping up and down, you're not really using your body to advance. So a lot of people don't understand when you walk and when you actually push that body from one position to the next. You have your ankles, you have your knees, you have your hips, you have your arms, you have your shoulders to advance that body from one to and fro. But when you're on a treadmill, only thing you're doing is jumping up and down. And so you literally, this is all you have to do on a treadmill because the belt's moving by itself. You're not advancing your body. So that's why a lot of people would really notice that when they're on a treadmill and when they go outside, the difference. It's a huge difference.
I love
between
running outside.
and running on a treadmill.
Yeah.
And even running outside, you're supposed to get those heels up and get the heels up to the back of your butt. You can't do that on a treadmill, otherwise you're gonna fall over. So there's a lot of man-made equipment that have been created supposedly to help a lot of people, but in my professional opinion, a lot of it kind of inhibits people from reaching their goals because it gives them a false sense of security, it gives them a false sense of accomplishment, and then therefore that's their limit. People go to that and say, okay, I love the elliptical and I don't want to do nothing else but the elliptical. And I'm not going to get on the bike, I'm not going to try the treadmill, I'm not going to do the stairs because I love the elliptical, and that I can do an hour on the elliptical and now I feel really accomplished. But it's not giving you, I always say, that power, speed, and strength. It's not improving your flexibility. It's not helping you with natural movements in life. So that's what we really want to address, and that's what we're going to do today.
Okay.
So we're going to start out with a little warm-up on the air-down. And with the air-down, we have the feet and leg movements. And we're going to give you a little bit of a 5-minute warm-up. Set the time. And with this particular piece of equipment, you can actually see your speed, and you'll be able also to see how far you're getting, how far you have reached. Well, we want the pedal RPM right now. You got 36. We love to keep that around 50. 50? Yeah. You can speed it up just a little bit. Not too much. You're going to want to maintain this. So that's 64. So you're younger, so keep it up. So we see what you got. 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
You're going to leave me here for 5 minutes, y'all. Well, the good thing about it is, y'all not going to have to watch 5 minutes and be sitting here. do you a favor and edit some of this out. Especially once I start sweating. Which is gonna happen shortly.
You alright over there?
Hey, I can do this.
Alright, straighten out those knees a little bit, the toes. Make sure that toe is aligned. There you go. I brought you some time. I brought you some water. You should have only a couple more seconds. You got any more than that?
More than what?
What you got? You got some speed? You got 10 seconds. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job. A little bit of water for you. See how far you get. Alright, good. 1.3. Alright, that's good. That's good for the first time. I know you probably been down this bike. I got on a bike like this in a while.
Not a bike like this, but I bike ride.
Okay, cool. Need a towel. Alright, well that's good.
Ooh, my heart's beating now.
Hey, get your breath. Drink water.
Okay. He's trying to kill me. I'm gonna go fix my hair and let him talk to you.
So right now, that's a 5-minute warm-up. And generally, to get the body started for activity, it's really encouraged that you warm the body up prior to exercise. And you can do a plethora of things. So whether it's jump roping, whether it's running in place, whether it's doing jumping jacks, burpees. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do just to get the body warmed up before you start that activity. And it's about 5 minutes on the air down, and it's a pretty good warm-up, especially if you're trying to get a nice little pace and speed. All right, Xavia's back. So it looks like I got a chance to take over the show for a little bit.
Okay. I'm back.
All right.
You know, him and Iris, why I choose these people that just want to torture me?
This is never torture. Never torture.
Okay.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a couple of movement preps. There's 3 different particular movements that we're going to go over. And I would love for you to make sure that you retain these movement preps so you can practice them on your own. And for you viewers out there also, feel free to add this to your repertoire too. It takes a little practice, and I'll be cueing, of course, Xavia in how to perform them properly. So the first thing we're going to do is going to do what I like to call a high march. One of the key things that we want to do with the high march is make sure that you're standing nice and tall, always erect. And what we're going to do, we're going to take one step forward and kick that leg up. Now, the whole objective is that the leg that you're standing on, that it stays nice and straight. And the leg that you're kicking with, that you only kick it up as far as you can, but you don't want that leg to bend. You don't want it to bend, you don't want it to break. All right, so
we really don't want it to break.
Or at least at the
we don't want it to break.
Right, at the knee. We don't want it to break at the knee. Now, another thing that actually takes place when performing this movement is that a lot of people sometimes skew their heel in, or the heels come off the ground as they make that kick. If you can't get your leg up that high, fine, don't worry about that. You just kick it up as high as you can, but the whole objective is to have a straight leg, and you don't want the knee to bend, you don't want the knee to collapse at all, and you don't want the leg to break that you're kicking with. And you want to have a dorsiflex position. That's the position that your toe is coming back to your knee. So let's start down here. Let's start here. Punch your waist up. All right, that's good. All right, let's see if you can do the high march. Make sure you land on your heels as you walk forward. Right, good. That's good. You got good. Keep that leg nice and straight. Good. This will help loosen up your hamstrings and help you utilize those quads to pull that leg up. And also it actually helps in balance too. So that's good. And it gives me an idea of how you move. All right, good. So that's the high march. So now the second thing we're going to do is called a knee tuck. All right. So the same premise of standing on that one leg, walking, and you're going to grab that knee, tuck it into your chest, and advance forward.
Go back there again?
Yep. Good. Xavia, walk. All right, that's good.
Okay, so take my knee.
And tuck it into your chest. Right. So you don't want to have the knee to kind of stay, the heel nice aligned with your hips, and you want your toe up in the air. So now I can tell a couple of things that takes place once you start making these movements naturally without cueing you. So right now your heel is kind of coming inside your body a little bit, so that lets me know that your hips are a little bit tight.
Oh, we can just up our hips, that'd be easy.
Okay. And then actually you can see that there's probably one side a little bit more. There you go. Keeping that toe up in the air. Always keep that dorsiflex position. Good. So you have a nice core because you keep your body up and you're not curving over, bending over as you tuck the knee. That's good.
That actually felt good.
Yeah. All these movement preps are definitely geared toward getting your body ready for movement. And I would suggest that you can utilize this at any time before you play basketball, volleyball, tennis, whatever the case may be. You know, it's important that you have some sort of movement preps to get the body moving and get the muscles actually ready for movement. The last one is called leg pull, and that's when you can do it a couple of different ways. And of course, all these movement preps can be altered and depending on the person's fitness level, their size, because some of the exercises everyone can't do because of the size. And this one right here, the leg pull, people can't really grab the ankle.
Oh, I love that. That's one of my favorite stretches.
So you're going to do a leg pull. So the way we're going to do it, because I know you're athletic enough to do it, we're going to bring our feet up in front, grab your ankle, and swing it around under your body. Don't let that knee come outside your body. Here, and grab it and swing it around under your body. Now, that's usually actually one of the moves that we do. That's a progression, right? The reach. But we're not going to use a reach right now because I just want to focus on the quad. So we're going to leg pull, and we're just going to reach up to the ceiling, nice and erect. You're sitting on that heel. Grabbing at the ankle, but not at the foot.
That ankle.
Mm-hmm. Good. So now what you're going to do, we're going to start back down there because you're going to walk with it. Right, we're going to walk with it. Yeah, so it's here, reach, step forward, other side,
oh, I
reach,
thought we was done just right there. Okay.
All right, reaching up, try to stay on that one leg, keeping your heels nice and straight. So make sure as you walk.
Oh, bring it in.
And under your body.
Woo!
Right, because it's going to challenge your balance. Let's get your palms face in and reach straight up and keep your body facing forward. Straight up. Reach with that head. Good. And that's good. You have your knee right under your body. Good, because you want to initiate the stretch in your quad. You can take larger steps too. It's not quite that large. Straight up, palms in. Yes, this is always going to challenge people's balance. So it's important for them to learn how to stand up on that heel and shift all that weight on the heel and not fall forward. Nice control, reach up. Good, stretch out the lat, stretch out the shoulder. Woo! Use that core, suck it, that's right, suck it in, make it tight, and reach. Good, make sure you're grabbing at the ankle, having a dorsiflex position. That's a good job, that's a good job. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to head back to one of the pieces of equipment just to test your strength level and see where you're at as far as strength and movement.
All right.
And speaking to what you just said, you obviously the hook for you was she was attractive, and that's the natural occurrence of things. That was what was supposed to take place. Once you peel back those layers of the physical attractiveness, then you dug deep to figure out that she was a real woman with some depth. Obviously, she had some morals, some values, and that's what you were looking for. And that's what women need to understand, that a real man is going to look for a woman that is more than just pretty on the outside, but actually has something, some content on the inside to make him stay. Something that stands out from, other women.
I think I'm single because I've chosen men that was not good for me, and I didn't know what was good for me. I think.
Where Chicago,
Right.
what
I don't
you
even
just
want to
said.
get started on that.
We ain't gonna do that. the sisters here are very standoffish, unless they're attracted to
it's
you.
different.
See, but
It's
now,
so-
Don't say all the sisters here, man. You ain't-
Okay,
But
well,
hey.
not all the sisters here, but black women in Chicago have this thing where they are known to be a bit standoffish unless they're attracted to you. Some of them won't even speak if you say
That's
hello.
true.
They'll
Why
just
is
keep
that?
walking.
Why is that?
that's maybe
They're not here to
because
answer, so
that
we can't.
I mean, yeah, that's probably that's
I'm so used to being in a relationship. First, I can count on one hand how many boyfriends I've had, and they were all long term, 4 or 5 years, 6 years. So it was like leave one long term relationship.
I did that. Don't do it.
Give it to another one and give it. Yeah, and I don't know how to be single, and I feel.
Foxy, I see you.
This girl, this Fox, thinks she gon' eat our loaded yam, the whole thing, but that ain't going on. Jimmy Jam gon' smash it. With my guest, Xavia Fox from Xavia Fox Talks.
And you can tell everybody what you want to be called by.
Xavia Fox here, still on the red carpet, representing
Miss X.